These chicks don't even know the name of my band.
I have a friend in the Spurs media.
But they're all on me like they wanna hold hands.
This is Past the Rock.
We got to just keep working hard, get pucks deep, get pucks in the net, and win some hockey games.
Mike, where does your, this is off topic, I know, but where does your sexual preference tends towards men? Would you like to speak to that?
You can't always be in the box, Can't spend all your time in the box. It's like I said, this game is all about finding those holes one way or another.
But you missed, and you've been beat, well, not once, but twice by a slow, white, geeky chump.
Johnny, true, you admitted yourself to a Colorado hospital with a gerbil inside your anal cavity.
Well, you gotta get it out right. You gotta clear your own zone. You get in trouble, you gotta get those pucks hard off the glass.
Hey, I ain't never used no goofy white motherfucker like that. Hey, who you calling goofy white motherfucker? Hey, you goofy white motherfucker. Let's go.
Why are you watching TV in Taiwan?
This is Past the Rock.
It's a good time to be a Texas Ranger.
We got a good group of guys in this room, a group of guys who likes to bounce back after something like that. So, ultimately it's on the players to get pucks deep.
Get pucks deep.
Get pucks to the net.
Get pucks to the net.
And win some hockey games.
What the Rock is cooking.
Coming live from three locations, this is Past the Rock. I'm Patrick, and as always, I'm joined by two great men, Jacob, a.k.a. Bethke.
So glad basketball is back.
And Caesar, a.k.a. LCs.
I'm so glad the XFL is back.
Yeah, I'm a big Renegades fan. Are we 1-0, 0-1? I'm such a big fan, I don't even know.
Renegades. Hey, which quarterback was our starter? Wait, we're jumping
Drew
ahead.
Plitt. Drew Plitt.
Who? Oh, okay.
Yeah, some guy named Drew Plitt. Yeah, but,
never mind. We're jumping ahead.
Yeah, we're jumping. We're jumping ahead. We're good. Let's not bury you.
So many follow-ups to that, though.
NBA All-Star Weekend, spring training getting started for all the clubs, the MLB. Just lots of stuff to cover. The XFL, apparently. Caesar's really excited to tell us about the XFL, so I can't wait to hear what he's got on that. Because someone's got to try to make me excited about it, so it might as well be you, Caesar. I mentioned earlier in our chat that I wasn't going to say anything really about the Stars because I thought we were fine, and then we just keep losing. So there's some slight concern on the horizon here. They've got they're still first place in the division, and if they win their next game, they're still first place in the conference. But kind of a drastic slide right here in the start of the second half of the season, I guess. So that's a little concerning. I don't know if y'all have seen any of that, but
listen, I know it's bad when I can hear it on 105 through the fan that they mention the Stars are in the middle of a slide. I'm like, oh, it must be bad if they're actually bringing it up.
Like when it's good, we don't really want to talk about it, but
they built up enough of a buffer, so that's cool. To where they had that room for error, but now that room for error is just gone. So now it's step up, and we got our annual owner saying something about the highest paid players not being good enough thing, and I think it's just a tired rah-rah effort, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So is that just like how common is that behavior in the NHL?
So
governorship, ownership, whatever they want to call it.
I think because it is weird. It is definitely weird. But I think his reasoning. I think he said this in his most recent interview with someone from Vancouver, where some of these quotes came from, where he was just talking about the Stars media isn't the same as Canadian media. Like, so when they're like, why would you say this directly about one of your players? He's like, because they don't have literally anyone down there holding them accountable.
I see what. Okay.
The way all Canadian teams do, and the way
he's
teams
overcompensating.
Do. Yes, and so I get it, and it's a bit much, and I think the players understand. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if he had pulled them aside before and said, like, look, I'm going to do this. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't see it as a problem. I just see it as a little performative, and that's fine. I'm glad he cares. I'm glad he brought in Jamil. The team's in a much better place since he came in.
I mean, somebody has to care, right?
I got no problem with Tom Gagliardi. I can't say his name very well.
Tom Gugliotta?
Tom Gabagool.
Something about Canada and almost Italian sounding. So, first thing I want to do today, if you guys don't mind, is have a little bit of fun.
I'm a fun killer, sorry.
Game. It should go pretty quick because there's only 3, 4, 5, like 10 questions.
All right, bet. Let's do this. I'm ready.
I'm going to pull up my answers. Oh, there they are.
I'm undefeated in these games.
I don't even know if that's true or not.
All right, let's see if you can find your title.
Oh, God.
Pass the Rock presents the 2023 World Baseball Classic Roster Quiz Show. Your one and only game that puts 2 contestants to the test on their knowledge of international rostered Major League Baseball players.
Oh, fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your favorite host and mine, the Patrick K.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, too much. That's too much.
Boom.
I'm honored. Honored to be here with you guys tonight, and I'd like to introduce 2 great competitors this evening. We've got Caesar.
You suck.
Thanks. And Jacob.
Hello.
So, gentlemen, all I'm going to need from you guys to answer is to buzz in with your name. Just say your name whenever the question is asked, and you can... Yeah. So Jacob can say your name, and Caesar can say Caesar.
CZF, baby.
So all you gotta do is give me the country that you think the MLB player I name is representing.
This sounds problematic.
Oh, God.
Should be easy. So let's play ball. Question player number 1. Jock Peterson.
Caesar,
go ahead.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say the Netherlands.
Bruh.
That is incorrect, Jacob. Do you want a chance?
United States of America. Isn't that dude isn't he a white dude?
They're all white dude in the Netherlands.
I wouldn't get,
That's not true.
What
I
are
wouldn't get
guys?
too caught up on what people look like. Jock Peterson is representing Israel.
Oh, I think I knew that. Okay, I think I'd seen something about that because of some incidents that had taken place in another sport. Some rhetoric.
Well, I got the right side of the globe. So that's
all right.
Something, right?
All right, number 2. Let's go with Tommy Edman.
Caesar.
Damn, I forgot the buzzer.
Caesar, go ahead.
That sounds like a British name. Great Britain.
Okay, he's not representing Great Britain.
This is good. If Caesar's just wrong all the time, that would be good.
Are they in the pool?
Yeah,
They
Britain.
are
Britain is in the pool.
Oh god. Oh god.
Okay, I'd like to buzz in.
Yeah,
Your name
go
is
ahead.
buzzing in. Is he Canadian?
No. But his mother is Korean, so he's pitching for Team Korea.
Sick. All right, good for him.
All right,
we're 0 for 2 so far. Major League Baseball player number 3 in the World Baseball Classic. Justin Lawrence.
Caesar.
Like what?
Caesar, go ahead.
I'm gonna say Canada.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Can I get that name one more time?
Justin Lawrence.
Is he getting shrimp on the bobby in Australia?
Unfortunately, no.
Jesus.
He's representing Panama, where he was born.
I knew these were all going to be trick questions, but I just wanted to stay on the
All
safe
right.
route.
So for this one, I'm going to give you a hint. We're going to stick with Pool A. Everyone, this person will be on a team in Pool A. Matt Harvey.
Your name?
Caesar.
Oh, Jacob got in first.
Damn it.
You said Matt Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Maybe his mama's from Italy. Italy. I gotta choose Italy, I feel like, even if I'm wrong.
That is correct, Jacob.
Oh, my people! My people, they came down.
The very first.
Mamma mia.
All right. What question was that?
That was Matt Harvey. That was number 1, 2, 3, 4.
Matt Harvey has a no.
All right. So Betsky's hitting above the Mendoza line right now.
With 6 to go, Bethke's up 1-0. All right, question number 5 in our World Baseball Classic Major League Baseball player quiz. This time we're going to be in Pool. Oh, this is also Pool A. Xander Bogaerts.
Caesar.
Your name.
Netherlands.
Caesar.
Netherlands.
Correct.
Let's go.
Oh. Okay. No further questions.
All right. Number 6. Yeah, I didn't look up all the reasons behind all of these. Some of them I did.
I just figured the last name fits.
Beauregard.
I don't think it actually does, but
that's fine.
It might, based off of like some, like. Never mind. Let's go with Pool C. Austin Barnes.
Your name.
Go ahead.
Who won? Did I win? Did Caesar say anything?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Is he from the United States of America?
I believe he is from the United States of America, but that's not who he's going to represent in the baseball class.
Oh, let's go. I'm ready for the rebound.
Caesar.
All right, I'm going to go on a limb here.
There's 2 other Caucasus countries, though.
And I'm going to say, despite what my gut's telling me, he's going to represent Mexico, right?
Oh.
Probably has like a Mexican wife or something.
Oh, that's amazing. This is amazing.
I believe he might also be a mother is from Mexico or something like that.
All right,
or maybe grandmother was. So Caesar now up 2-1 with 1, 2, 3 left. Only 3 left.
He's Googling now.
And these are all.
I cannot possibly Google this fast.
These are all Pool A. First one that we're going to go with, brother of former Rangers' best prospect ever. We're going to go with Mr. Jeremy Profar.
Caesar.
Go ahead. Caesar.
I'm going to say the Netherlands?
Correct.
What?
Just like his brother before him, representing the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands?
Because that island that they're from is a colony of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And the only reason I even knew that is because like Jerks and Profar, I was like, I'd never heard that surname before. So one day I went on a Wikipedia rabbit hole, and I'm like, oh, he speaks Dutch. Okay, I didn't know that, or not Dutch, but
Freaky dicky Dutch.
There we go.
Yeah, I remember that coming up the first, or like when he was young, he represented Netherlands, and I was very, very confused.
That was some time ago.
Just
all
put
right,
me,
Caesar's up.
Put me in the win column, baby. It's over.
Yeah,
Called my
you're
shot.
3-1. There's actually 3 left because I miscounted earlier.
Okay, here's the comeback.
So, but Bethke needs all 3 to win, 2 to tie.
I believe in myself.
But still, these are all in Pool A. Let's go with Pedro Strop.
Your name.
Fuck.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Cuba?
No, sir.
Ah, damn it.
Caesar.
That's a dub.
Caesar.
So Panama?
Should have waited.
Not Panama.
What?
Interestingly enough, also the Netherlands.
What? Okay.
I don't know what's going on over there, if I'm being honest. Feels a little high school football.
like what
we're just claiming all these guys.
Like what who was it? Nigeria did for FIBA, where they just got a bunch of dudes with American guys with Nigerian heritage to play for them. Smart move.
When was that?
This last time around. They're decent.
Okay.
They're a decent group. It was a bunch of role players and stuff, but it was good.
When you get enough guys and they play enough together, if they're athletic enough, they might be able to do something. All right. Last 2. Caesar up by 2. So this one could decide it unless we just wait the points for no reason.
Game ender for me right here.
Let's go with Robel Garcia.
What? Wait, what pool are we in?
They're all in Pool A at this point.
Caesar.
Go ahead, Caesar.
I'm gonna guess Cuba.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Your name.
Go ahead.
I'm praying for Panama.
Incorrect.
Let's
Jesus.
go!
Why are they? Could you not give us
Robles
an
going
easy
to be
one?
representing Italy this year's World Baseball Classic.
Bullshit.
What? I
And the
won
last
either
one,
way.
The last one worth.
It's hard to trick questions.
Worth. It's
Don't
just
you-
going to be worth
don't you
1
dare.
point. Just for fun. D.D. Gregorius.
Gregorius?
Your name.
Like the killer from the Olympics?
Go ahead,
Chinese Taipei.
Jacob. No, sir. That would have been funny.
That's why I went for it.
It's Italy, right?
No, sir. That one, as you might have also guessed, is the Netherlands.
God damn.
But
I just didn't want to
Either
pick it.
way.
I just didn't want to pick it at a certain point.
Yeah, there's no reason why you would think they would have 4 of the 10 funniest ones.
Well,
And by funniest, I should say, it's not funny that people, they've got family and stuff. It's just the ones you wouldn't expect. They're the 10 you wouldn't expect, based on their names, basically.
I went
so
3 for 10.
I looked through every team. I looked at MLB players' names that I just even recognized, and that's what I went for. Outside of all of USA, Dominican, Venezuela, and Puerto Rico are pretty much standard MLB players, and a lot of Japan is like Mike Trout, or not Mike Trout, Shohei
That'd be
Ohtani,
funny.
and Shohei Ohtani and Yu Darvish.
Oh man, if Mike Trout represented Japan, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be cool. We'd be missing one of our best players though, so sad. So that's about it. The World Baseball Classic doesn't start for a little while. I just thought that'd be a funny exercise.
I'm still
It's
undefeated in Pass the Rock games, baby.
And our best
yeah,
players playing this?
Sometimes it's not the best. It's a lot of good ones. It's not as bad as it's not gotten to the quality of the 03 or whatever, the 04 US basketball team.
Hey, that was still talented. They were just
That's what I'm saying.
not giving a fuck.
It's just still talented. It's not necessarily absolutely everyone that's the best all the time.
Yeah, those brothers just didn't
Sometimes
give a
clubs
fuck.
will hold people out because they're injured. There's a lot of, but it's a good team. It's a fun time. I enjoy it. The closest.
Do we have any
thing,
Rangers?
I don't think so. I'm looking at the list right now. They're just to make
That's
sure.
not good.
Well, part of that.
Lance Lynn,
Lance
R.I.P.
Lynn,
That
is he
Lance
still
Lynn was
is
there
he
for a
still on the
second.
Rangers? I don't think he
No,
is.
no, no. He traded.
No, it doesn't look like there are.
Well, that's probably good for Team
That's gonna
USA.
happen when a bunch of your players are from other countries also.
Yeah, but still.
Damn, we don't even have a coach. Although I'm pretty sure does Kinsler still coach for Israel? Yeah, he's their manager.
Oh shit.
Another interesting note, Mike Piazza's still coaching Team Italy.
Yeah. Do it for the
So
fans.
like I said, it's a fun time. It's a good little tournament. You can see how bad Great Britain is at baseball, just in case you didn't know. You don't get to see them play basketball often because they don't qualify for the tournaments. But
Oh no, they've got a decent basketball league, so maybe they'll take interest into it eventually.
that's about all I have on that. That doesn't start for a couple weeks. But yeah, like I said, I thought it should be a silly time to play that. That kind of transitions into Rangers talk. If you guys would like to do that,
Let's do it.
Yeah. I need to know about my 2 Jacobs.
yeah. So DeGrom's fine. I wouldn't worry about anything. I listened to an interview he did, and I listened to CY in multiple places talking about it. basically it's not a big deal. He came in, it was day one. He said he felt a little bit tight, and they're like, yeah, let's just wait because we got 200 days to go before the end of the season.
Because we just paid you a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, there's just absolutely no reason to throw if you don't need to throw right now.
I respect that.
I think the way CY explained it that I liked was like if a guy came in on day one with a hamstring issue, you're not going to just be like, well, we really need you to run these bases like as fast as you can. Like this is not what you're going to do.
Well, old school coaching says that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
I'm fucking around. I was watching an old school basketball coach documentary today, and it would just cracked me up how archaic some of that shit.
There definitely are coaches who think that way.
Yeah,
probably still to this day think that way. I don't know. Is Thibodeau still coaching in the league?
Thibodeau has gotten better, and that's the only reason he's really still who he,
Okay,
is.
I only know about him because of his reputation for supposedly ruining Derrick Rose.
Yes,
that might be a whole other conversation.
That's more Mike Budenholzer gets that he gets that with Giannis now, but it's hard. Star players want to play sometimes.
Some of that tue.
If your star player wants
Kyle
to play
Shanahan
40 minutes,
gets that rep.
Yes,
that rep
Shanahan.
The NFL.
Do baseball managers get that rep ever with anybody? Pitchers,
really,
I guess.
really.
Pitchers.
Yeah, you can sort of overwork, but like they really don't. Most of the time, people are mad when they're mad that you're overworking the bullpen, but I don't know. It's not like players getting injured. They don't usually attribute that to that as often. I don't think I think they attribute like bad performance to that, but not necessarily injury. So one thing I wanted to do is kind of just run through a look at the Rangers last year, which kind of what we're looking at headed into this year. What could be different based off of just a couple of pretty obvious stats that people can look at. Most of these are coming from Baseball Reference because I'm pretty lazy. They have everything right in front of me very easily.
Facts.
So I think one of the most important things, the Rangers last year won 68 of 162 games. So that's a 420 win percentage. Very, very low. One of the worst in team history. Better than the year before, but that's not saying just a ton. But one specific area that they were especially bad in that you can expect to see improvement is going to be the one-run games. They were 15 and 35. And that's just it's just not very likely to happen again. I think at worst you would expect that to be right around even. So that's kind of one of those swings and roundabouts type deals. According to Baseball Reference's luck stat, the Rangers were at -9 wins. So that that swing puts them up to 72 last year, 77 last year wins if their luck is just even. And then on top of that, you add two of the better starting pitchers in the league, retain Martin Perez. And yeah, it's they just added a left fielder a couple days ago, which we'll get to in a second, just to even further solidify the lineup. So I think all things considered, what we're looking at, what we're expecting if injuries hold, is a team that's going to compete for one of those wild card spots, if not the division. I'm afraid to say the division right away. I think if everything played out perfectly, we do win the division because our rotation's incredible. But I'm afraid to just imagine a world where everything works out perfectly.
Yeah, we're not trained to that kind of that thinking.
What's up?
We're not used to that kind of thinking. We don't have that in our DNA.
Yeah, no, I don't even know what to think about this Rangers season because you look at DeGrom and that's great, but also he's not a guy who stays healthy very long. I just don't imagine this team stays healthy. It's a long season. How's our depth this year? Do we have depth?
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting thing is what we didn't sacrifice a whole lot of major league depth. Basically, what we did was we replaced the top of the pitching staff and just left a bullpen that had some guys that were kind of in between that are now going to be in the bullpen where they belong. So that strengthened the depth of the bullpen rotation. The starting rotation is interesting because they are floating around the idea of a 6-man rotation, which is kind of new age thinking for baseball, which would potentially, give some of those older guys. DeGrom's 34. Eovaldi's 33. I think Perez and Gray are both like 32-ish. So that gives them an extra day or two of rest every week or so, So that's an interesting idea.
Daring to be innovative in baseball.
There's a lot of changes happening over the next couple of years. The bases are getting bigger this year. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Okay,
we talked about that.
I don't. If you did, I've let it slip my brain because I did not.
It was a long time ago when they announced it. I think we did talk about it, but so the bases are getting a little bit larger, which basically should increase safe runners. Really.
It's just MLB telling us that size matters.
Yeah, I mean they're also luckily they're able to pitch it also additionally as like a player safety issue. There's less chance for any kind of collisions, which makes sense. And increasing offense is typically a good idea for all sports because that seems to be the way they all work. So
scoring points is good. That is true.
They also they need more people on base because there's just too many home runs and strikeouts, So if you can get more people on base, that makes things just a little more exciting.
So it's a whole year of pitchers complaining. My favorite.
Pitch clock also this year.
Yeah, no, we need that. That's desperate.
And that should be the big game changer.
Listen, I like a good outing to Globe Life, but I'm not trying to be there for 4 hours because the pitcher decides to work as slow as humanly possible just because he wants to get comfortable.
No, I am with you. That's one thing I do like about Martin Perez is he's right back to it. That also keeps batters from being able to just keep stepping out of the box forever and ever. It's a good rule. It's gonna be awesome. Last thing we need to really get is the robot balls and strikes, but we'll get there.
What if they just decide to make the active refs now, like they pay them off by just creating the AI based off their personalities, and they just get the rights to that.
Oh my god, that's opening a can of worms.
Then whenever the AI Joe West is going in and rewriting its own code to improve itself,
who's that?
The way it's written.
There's like a really big ump that has a huge strike zone that everybody gets mad about, or every pitcher gets mad about. Oh no, not pitcher, hitter. Yeah,
I don't know them all by name. There's a couple I know by name, and that means that they're not liked. The only ones I can think of off the top of my head are Joe West and Angel Hernandez.
That's the one. I think it's Angel Hernandez. Maybe. Somebody who actually listens to watches baseball is listening to me just saying like this idiot doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's I'm really bad at remembering umpire names, so sorry.
It's so intimate with most of like the head referees in basketball that I know all of them, but I don't know most of the non-head referee people. Like I can kind of recognize faces, but.
I did find it interesting last year. I guess I think they started that last year, where the MLB umpire, whoever like the crew chief is, has like an actual mic that he's talking to the crowd to, like they do in the NFL. That was weird. You could tell which ones were just not ready for that. It was very awkward.
How many mad motherfuckers there were having to read that memo?
So another interesting thing that the Rangers have going for them is that they've built up a really good farm system. A lot of quality prospects that, if things are going well come trade deadline time this year or next year, there's plenty of pieces to move that you can feel comfortable moving, that you're not going to be just left barren with nobody to replace the rest of your guys.
We giving the trade machine a rat? Are we bumping that up? I know there's got to be a sick MLB trade machine somewhere.
I haven't been playing with it yet. I'd like to see what the prospects do further into the year and see where the team's at before I start thinking about what type of trades that they might be making.
Yeah.
But this year should see the rise, and I believe opening day starting should be third baseman Josh Jung.
The number one prospect in the system.
Yeah.
Which,
absolutely.
if you're like gonna be on the major league roster, shouldn't they just remove the number one prospect thing off of you, like that label off?
I think because his service time isn't high enough yet. I think that has to hit like a full year or whatever the minimum service time is. I think, because I think he's still considered a rookie, right?
I mean, I'm assuming
he might
so.
have crossed that actually.
No, because he made his debut in September. So there's this. I think he would still be considered his rookie year.
Okay, yeah, I believe so. So Josh Young, and he should, I believe, be playing every day pretty much. Ezekiel Duran's going to get in there sometimes, but not a ton. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting to watch from the pitching side. Obviously, Leiter and Kumar are the guys that you're going to hear about maybe more. But I'm also very excited about Owen White and Brock Porter. And then further down into the AA level, we've got Evan Carter, who's an outfielder that we got straight out of high school that people didn't really believe in, but he's been pretty good so far. He got a Gold Glove in the minors last year. And that's nice to have waiting in the wings.
Yeah, is there anybody whose spot he could take right now? Probably not, right?
Well, so like I said, we just signed what's his name, Robbie Grossman. I think we just signed him to a 1-year deal, I believe. Yeah, he'll be a free agent next year. So yeah, we pretty much brought in Robbie Grossman to fill up the outfield this year. Odalis Garcia, he's in his 30s. What is he? He's just turned 30. Wow, he's actually younger than I thought.
All right, now I want to know: are we? What's your? I don't know if you've read anything on this or you have any sense about this, but are we seeing Jack Leiter debut this year?
I wouldn't think so. There's kind of no reason to, unless he's just doing so well that come September, you're like, yeah, let's just try it out. Based on the fact that they went out and just basically bought 20% of a rotation or 40% of a new starting rotation, I don't think they have any plans on doing that.
But he could be learning from the GOAT.
I mean, they're going to be together, spring training.
There's
a lot to be excited about. I don't have high expectations. It's kind of similar to the way I was about the Vikings, except I think that the Rangers have a little bit more of a complete roster. So that my expectations are a little bit higher as long as they win 82 games. I'm going to be okay with it. I won't be necessarily happy, but I'll be okay with that.
Man,
baby steps.
I don't want to do another. I guess baby steps. I don't want to do another losing season.
What I need to know is
that's what I'm asking for.
Is there going to be a hope for me to get attached to a player with a cool name? And what I really mean by that is, do I have a chance for Bubba or Josh to be good?
Dude, I would love for Bubba Thompson to be good.
Those are just questions.
He's one of the funniest voices I've ever heard. It's awesome. I could listen to that guy talk all day. I should have clipped off some of that, but
I'd have to learn about that aspect of it, but I'm just saying, I need a good name with baseball, especially. You know, if you're gonna hit some home runs for me, you gotta have a cool name.
You know, like El
It's just
Bombi?
facts.
El
Well, we can create a
Bombi.
name. We can create a name if we
Garcia.
need to. But I'm just, you know, your
Yeah,
guy
like-
is good.
You know, like Nathaniel Lowe?
Nathaniel
Because
Lowe.
he's gonna mash some on you, dude.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get it. He was good. I'm glad to have him. Nathaniel Lowe. He sounds like
Josh, and you gotta like stop. You're like, Jung.
Jung, George Jung.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I'm gonna attach all of my Rangers fandom to Adolis Garcia.
That's true. He's fun.
Dude, I cannot believe that he's. I just keep waiting. Like, I don't know. You shouldn't do this. I mean, Nelson Cruz kind of had a similar thing where he like got really good later than other guys do. I just don't ever trust it when someone starts looking good late 20s. I'm like, that's gonna fall off so hard, but he hasn't yet.
As long as he doesn't have a drug addiction, that'd be cool.
He's been consistent. His entire time up with the Rangers.
Yeah,
2021,
for sure.
286.
There was like
it
was like a 6-month stretch after that. The year he went to the All-Star game, that wasn't last year, but the year before, right? Where after the All-Star game, he was pretty rough, but he came back last year and did fine. He had a good rebound year.
It was pretty much a very similar year in terms of batting average and home runs. Hits. He hit a little bit better this year, or last year, I guess. Oh, he did a way better job of stealing bases, though.
Looking a little bit further into some of the numbers of things that needed to change. So the Rangers were they did okay against teams that finished 500 or below. They won more than they lost there. But since they had a pretty bad losing record, that kind of tells you how they did against good teams, which was 30 and 57. Just not a way you're going to compete in any kind of playoff situation. So that's kind of the biggest area that needs improvement. Interestingly enough, they were exactly the same on the road and at home, 34 and 47. So I don't know what that means other than maybe
I'll tell you what it means,
home.
Patrick. It means that Pass the Rock needs to go to more games so they have a reason to perform better. We are going to be the tough media that the Rangers players sorely lack.
Yeah. I think it might mean that we don't really have a home atmosphere developed yet. But maybe that changes now that we have pitchers. Maybe we start getting louder, rowdier. We'll see.
It means we start getting on them about their zips.
I'm going to have to learn what that means by next week because now I keep seeing it, and now you said it like 4 times, and it bothers me that I have no idea what it means.
I just looked
Nobody
up one
knows what
article.
it means, but it's provocative.
Gets people going.
I looked up one article about baseball and got hit with at least 6 acronyms right off the bat.
I know.
And I was just like, bro, come on, man. Like, this is, like, I know in basketball it gets bad. I'm not pretending like it doesn't. But, man.
We gotta understand baseball's been keeping the same stats for so long. These people are just pent up.
Well, they're like, we got to create new ones. But all sports are, though. Because I told you guys about Raptors and LeBrons and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, there's a stat. There's advanced metric called LeBron and an advanced metric called Raptor.
I don't remember that, but
LeBron and Raptor.
I'll have to look that up.
LeBron playing on the Raptors.
Yeah, it's just so funny, dude. I'm just like, okay. I mean, they're not bad. Like, I actually thought, like, apparently people like the LeBron one pretty good, but I don't know. I don't just watch the games. You don't have to look into all those numbers if you just watch the sport. Seems like that helps too. But they're nice to have contextualized, rank, and historic means. I think I like numbers in historic context more than I do in the moment.
I mean, they've gone a little. There needs to be some kind of swing back in baseball, and that's what they're sort of trying to work on with the pace of the game and everything. Getting rid of the shifts because the players can't learn to hit, so they got to try to fix it the other way.
Oh my god.
Just getting a little more action in the game. Whenever they started going into like strict war and true outcomes, the game has kind of got a little boring. Little boring. So hopefully I like all the changes that they've been making. I don't love they're sticking with the extra inning regular season rule where you start with a guy on second base or whatever. I don't love that.
I think it's first, isn't it? First base?
No.
Oh, second base? Okay, well then shit.
Yeah.
Listen, that gives me more of a reason to watch extra innings baseball.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's okay. They only do it in the regular season, so it's kind of just like the shootout in hockey. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just get that game over with. If you didn't win it by that point, fine. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. Unless you had any
talking baseball
questions.
Honestly,
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm good. I want to wait things out to see how things start before I actually ask questions regarding the Rangers.
Yeah, for sure. And I know I did spit out a lot of just random stats and stuff. I'm not a baseball nerd as in the X's and O's as much. So once they are playing, I'll have more to say. It'll be a little more observational of the experience itself. But I thought I'd just give you a brief.
I do have one final question. Question. Is Bruce Bochy going to be good for the brand? Like, is he going to be entertaining at least? Because it feels like he'll be entertaining.
Yes.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, he's not going to be like just wild and out there. He's going to fit the Rangers, the fake Cowboys, stoic. He's going to be like Sam Elliott. I think he's just going to be Sam Elliott. You know Sam Elliott from like Tombstone and Big Lebowski?
Oh, I do. My mom has said many wild things about Sam Elliott, and every time I'm just like,
sorry.
Mom, why? Why do you do this?
I think that's who he's reminded me of so far. And he seems pretty cool. I don't know if y'all remember when he was doing his introductory press conference, and there was just like the loudest thunderstorm ever hitting the giant chicken coop that we play baseball in. He mentioned something about bringing a hurricane with him. And, I don't know. Funny guy. He's cool. Players seem to like him. He's won a title. That's all I want. That's all any of us really want around here.
Gotta have a baseball guy coaching our baseball team.
Yeah, it's interesting listening to the talking about it. And one funny thing that I heard Chris Young say that I thought I should have brought to the table. So they hired Ian Kinsler to be the special assistant to the general manager or whatever. And so they were joking with Chris Young and they were asking him if Ian Kinsler's learned Chris Young's coffee order yet. And then Chris Young was like, no, I get his coffee. He absolutely runs the whole show. And I thought that was a nice thing for one buddy to say about another buddy.
Did he ask him if Ian still thinks our fans suck?
Look, I think everyone's cool now.
I'm sorry. Like, I was never even mad at him for that. I'm always like, come on. It's funny because it's true in a way.
It's just finicky.
I would say Rangers fans are finicky.
Before Twitter was too big or anything, so.
Yeah, and his teammate definitely eclipsed him in flame out fashion.
Yeah. All I'm hoping for from Kinsler is that he brings Jack White and Warstick stuff to the ballpark somehow.
Yeah, make cool shit for the Rangers. Be historically, one of our best guys that wasn't problematic, and we'll forget about your comments. Not a big deal.
I'm happy with him. Yeah. No problems. I'll forgive Mike Madonna if he ever wants to come back to town too, but we'll see about that.
Oh wait, what do we have to forgive Mike Madonna for?
Being a baby. I mean, the team definitely fucked him over, but he's been a big baby.
He'd be
okay.
That's a whole other thing. We can get into that another time.
His jersey's still flying off the charts. He'll be all right.
That's a tough. Yeah, that's a weird one. But if there's nothing else on baseball this week, we'll have our first spring training game Friday. So that's fun. That's tomorrow.
Can I bet on that?
It is.
Our site's
sure.
letting me
Oh,
bet
you can
on
definitely bet on shit like that.
I'm sure someone's got that for you. Ooh,
Catching Luka.
Royals.
Catching Luka. It's
305
possible.
tomorrow. You can get the Rangers at -107 on the money line, or the Royals at -113 on this one that I'm looking at right here.
I love that this is available. That I can bet on a stupid spring training game. Listen, let me find out that I can place serious money on rookie A ball in the minors.
I may or may not have put points on the Mexican League a few times.
Let's go. Hey man, I've been to those Mexican League games. They're fun.
Hell yeah, Dallas Mavericks not playing defense, baby.
All right, I got the game on now. Finally. Okay. Oh wow, I see what you saw. Catch and shoot Luka. Didn't think I'd see the day. Let's go off ball Luka.
I suppose it's time that we pass the rock to Jacob. Or
I'm open. I'm open.
No, wait.
But I don't know if this is play for me.
No, I don't think it is.
I'm here in the post, baby. I'm here in the post.
Now that I'm
all
thinking
5'5" of me.
Next, I want to pass the rock to Caesar.
Watch me jab step. Let's go.
That concludes part 1's Rangers preview. Join us in part 2 where Caesar will break down the XFL and Jacob covers some more NBA magic. Thanks.